Hi guys, welcome back. We are going to make this fun, cute, adorable little Easter card with the new release from Catherine Pooler Designs called Celebrate Spring. So what you'll need to make this card is Mr. Rabbit's Garden pattern paper, and you get 24 sheets, and you can see all the fun designs and patterns in there. Okay, you're gonna need the new egg dies. They're called Egg Hunt, and you actually get two designed ones and then a smaller and a larger cutout. We're going to use that. We're going to use the Flower Power background stamp. We're going to use the Hops and Peeps stamps with matching coordinating dies, and we're going to use some embossing powder. We're going to use the brand new collection, which has Poppin' Pink, Poppin' Yellow, and Poppin' Blue. They come as a trio. You get all three of those. And we're going to bring in some sequins, the Salt Lake City sequin mix. Okay, so let's get started. I think the first thing we're going to do here is some embossing. And I'm just using a scrap piece of paper here. And I'm going to put my anti-static tool on there before we begin. Okay. And we're going to ink up with some Wow embossing ink, which is a really sticky clear ink. And we're going to do this half. And we're going to do this half. All right. And I'm going to bring in my embossing powders. Bring in a couple of coffee filters. And I'm going to start heating up my gun here. All right, so that's the first one, Poppin' Pink. And I started from the bottom because if you can see, this embossing powder has some huge chunks. It's a very thick embossing powder and has these big chunks of white and gold, almost like confetti. It's very fun. The color is very vibrant. It's very opaque. So we're going to move on to the center here. And I might need to do another piece of paper. We'll find out in a minute here. I want to cut 3 eggs out of this, so we'll see here in a second. right, well, that's where the stamp overlapped, so we may not be able to use that portion. So I'm going to do a little, actually, we'll just do a little bit more right here. We'll be okay with that. So we'll have some overlapping colors. That's what will make it fun. And I'm going to just add the yellow at the bottom here. All right, let's heat that up. All right, and this embossing powder goes to a very smooth, glossy finish. So you want to keep heating that until it's super smooth. Let's see if the camera will pick that up. You see how smooth that is? So if you see that it's still matte looking and it's not smooth looking, add a little bit more heat because it should be very glossy and smooth, very raised effect because this is a thick embossing powder. So that's really cool. Now we're going to take our eggs. You can use any of the egg dyes, but since I've created my own pattern with that background stamp, I'm really just going to use the large egg. But let me show you how fun these are. These cut out these stripes or cut out the little floral out of the egg there, and then you have a smaller egg as well. But we're just going to use the larger outline egg die. And we're going to cut 3 eggs from this pattern. So I'm going to go run this through my die cutting machine, cut my 3 eggs, and then I'll be back. Okay, now our eggs have been die cut, and you can see how fun they are. You can see that gold and white in with the embossing powder. Okay, and now we're going to ink blend them. So I have my little waffle flower blending mat. I'm going to bring in some pucker up for the first one, which matches Poppin' Pink embossing powder. Ooh, look at how vibrant that is. All I want, a little bit of color on there. Okay, so that one's done. Clean my mat. There's embossing powder everywhere. Okay. The next one is going to be this guy. And I'm going to do that one in Cummerbund. And don't worry about this double embossing at the top. We're going to do something about that. Okay, that one is done. And then for the last one, we're going to use Tiki Torch. Oh, that's cool with the yellow. Okay. All right, so we're gonna set those aside. That ink set in. And I've already pre-stamped and die cut out of the Hops and Peeps, the little chickie. And I die cut it with the coordinating dies. And I'm just gonna grab some Limoncello. And we are going to color him in. We're going to do his little beak first with a little bit of Tiki torch. And then we're just going to grab some Limoncello and color our little buddy in. Real quick coloring, nothing super fancy there. All right, and now should be able to start to put everything together. So I'm gonna grab my card base. I grabbed a piece of pattern from Mr. Rabbit's Garden. And this is just a piece of scrap paper, and I took some of that pucker up and went direct to paper with that pucker up. And these are cut to 5 1/4 width. So these are going to be my background. Like this. I'm just going to layer that right on top of it. Okay, so that is our background. Now I want to stamp my sentiment on here real quick, so I'm going to grab Happy Easter. I'll stamp that up in Spruce. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to start assembling. So, first egg, going to be this pink egg. Over here. Okay, this egg is going to go over on the side, on the other side. Okay, now this egg is the one we had that double stamping, so we're just going to take our scissors and we're going to cut this egg kind of jagged. Okay, so now we just need this part of the egg. We don't need this part of the egg. And we're going to take our glue and we are going to glue our little chickie there. just like that. So it looks like he's popping out of the egg. And I'm going to grab a little bit of foam tape for him. And we're going to pop him up in the middle here. And last thing we're going to do is just add some sequins. And there are these cute little flowers. You can put those on here. And then we have a fun little Easter card using some of the new supplies from the brand new Catherine Pooler release. This release will be available March 8th to Stamp Nation members. It'll be available to the general public the next day on March 9th. Make sure you're following Catherine Pooler's Facebook group, her Instagram team. The brand ambassadors will be posting photos, and I do have some other videos that'll be coming along. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel so that you can get some more inspiration on how to use these new products. If you have any questions, I will post the link down below for you. Let me know, do you think this chick is totally cute? So fun. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on stamping. Bye-bye.